If I were to rank every part of a drum kit on a tier list, floor toms would definitely be at the top. This video is going to be a bit of a weird one compared to what I usually show you guys, but here we go. The floor tom is such a sick sounding part of the drum kit. It's got all the low end, but it's also got the attack. So it's just got this really deep, aggressive sound, which just sounds so cool. What I'm going to do in this video is just show you a few ideas of how to use the floor tom when you're playing the drums. So no notation, you're just going to kind of hear what it is, see how that works, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so the first idea to really bring the floor tom into the picture is when you're playing grooves, just for the backbeats, play the snare drum and the floor tom at the same time on beats 2 and 4. Another way of really utilizing the floor tom and how good it sounds when you incorporate it into grooves is instead of playing the hi-hat, you're going to move your right hand over to the floor tom when you play 8th notes and 16th note beats. Another cool way of using the floor tom is when you're playing grooves, just before you play like a backbeat, play the floor tom just before. Always sounds really cool. Now we're going to do the opposite of that, is we are going to take the floor tom and play it after the snare drum on beat 2 and 4. Sometimes it will be just after, sometimes it will be a few notes after, but it just sounds as cool and it gives this cool delayed effect. Alright, those are all groove ideas. Now we're going to move to drum fills, and this is where I love the floor tom the most. It just, again, the deep sound of a well-tuned floor tom, by the way, mine's not that well-tuned anyway, the deep sound of a floor tom when playing a thick drum fill just sounds so cool. So here's me just trying a few drum fills. I'm probably going to overplay here a bit, but anyway, utilizing the floor tom mainly when playing fills with the kit. The next idea is just to improvise around the drums, but like use the floor tom as the main focus. When you're improvising, it's often good to have some sort of north star so that your improvisation or your drum solo or whatever you're playing has some sort of like pole to hold onto. And usually when you do something like that, someone listening to it tends to enjoy it more because they can hear something repeating over and over. So in this case, the floor tom, we're going to use the floor tom as that pole, as that north star. Here's me just playing around the kit, improvising, but using the floor tom as like the main thing. I'm going to use the floor tom to improvise. Here's what that sounds like. Those are just a few ideas. Again, this was a weird lesson. I mean, any drum you could just focus on, but we're focusing on the floor tom here. How can the floor tom sound cool within grooves, fills, just solos? It's such a good sounding drum, and usually every drum kit has a floor tom, so this is how you can think about practicing with your floor tom. If you want actual guidance on how to get better and play like chops or flow around the kit, or specifically chops, I have a free ebook guide that you can check out where I'm teaching you a bunch of different patterns and drum chops that really are useful. You can find that in the description of this video. Go check that out. Otherwise, if you want to learn more specific stuff where I write it out for you or I show you what pro drummers play, just check out whatever video is being linked right now. Thanks guys, I'll check you in the next video.